Feels amazing to be a Grand National champion. I've been a champion at plenty of other classes coming up through the ranks
And look, he's getting phone calls.
yeah, as a flat track racer, but to be the Grand National champion, best flat track racer in the United States, I want to say the world in 2013 and going into 2014, there doesn't get a better feeling to that. It's exciting. I'm just ready to carry the torch.
Does being a Harley-Davidson factory rider, does that bring more pressure?
No, not really. I mean, it's you still, it's still a motorcycle. It's still an XR 750, and I still got to just go out there and ride it like I always have. It's just gonna be a little bit more glorified if I do well. So it's a little bit more pressure on myself just because I want that a little bit more now. So I put more pressure on myself. It's not really the pressure on the outside looking in. It's more pressure on myself that I need to do well because it's gonna benefit me more, and it's gonna be it'll further my career to do well under the factory, underneath the factory roof. So that's my plan. The Rookie of the Year Ducati leathers, wall hanger.
Did you learn a lot riding that bike?
I did. I learned a lot riding that motorcycle.
Because you actually, you were like developing the thing, right? So there was.
It was still in the development stage, and it had a lot of horsepower and quite a bit of weight behind it too. And it handled at some places where you had a lot of traction, and other places grooves. It was like riding a bunking Bronco. It didn't handle well at all, But I did very well on it, despite it,
Was that your rookie twin season?
Yeah. So there's its strong points, and then it had some pretty serious weak points. But I think altogether, working with the Lloyd Bros and pretty much starting my career and relationship with Kevin Atherton, who's still with me today, it's always nice to start out on a not so good bike, and then when you finally do get on a really good bike such as an XR 750, it made my job a lot easier. That was my race bike from last year.
Is that next year's?
Yeah, well, you see the rag in the gas tank?
Right.
That was for quick access to put fuel in it on my pit stop.
Right, you don't want to waste a lot of time.
Oh, and this here Kawasaki, I'm thinking about maybe just dropping the factory team and getting me an EX650 motor off of eBay and strapping it in this here chassis.
Right, the chassis is ready to go.
It already says Kawasaki on the side of it.
Right. This one,
that
one looks like it needs a top end job.
Yeah, it got a little bit of weeds growing out of the bottom end. I think it's dialed.